catch by Jay Nathaniel. That touchdown, Hurricanes!
Junior take a shot deep. Open target. Her third from left to right. Sets off. Oh,
down.
Watch him. He's going to step. He's going to go for the. It fell from the sky into Aaron Ike's hand.
Good evening. Welcome to Death Valley that's already rocking as the number 12 Miami Hurricanes have come across the Gulf to take on the number 9 LSU Tigers. I'm Kevin Hicks and I'm joined tonight by Ryan Moreland here in the booth as we get ready for a semifinal showdown here in the pit. Ryan, we've got a nice clear night with the trip to the pit championship on the line. Do you have a feel for which team's going to be on have a bit of an edge tonight?
I said in the last game that I did here earlier tonight, I think this is going to be a closer game than people think it is. I think Miami lines up well with LSU. They obviously have a lot of talent up front. I think it's going to be a really close game. I think it's going to come down to the wire, Kevin.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to this. I was taking a look at some of the stat sheets coming in. Two great defensive lines with some all ACC versus all SEC talent going on. As the first play is Deshaun Odie just taking a pass out of bounds as nothing's open downfield.
And smart play, just get rid of it there. Odie, one of those guys that was second team all ACC this year. Not going to make mistakes.
Now Odie setting back up. He's got tight end in motion across the field. Dropping back to pass again. Tossing out the left. Ball is caught and tackled immediately as Sailor Sage going to be dropped for 2 yards.
Griff Martin originally makes the contact, but Zach Monsilovich will come up to finish off the play in the backfield. And Miami quickly facing a 3rd and long on their very first drive, hoping to not go 3 and out to start the game.
Yeah, definitely not the start I think Miami was looking for coming out. Now 3rd and 12 with the ball sitting at the 23-yard line. Back in the shotgun is Odie. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to the right. Looking downfield, stepping up, not able to escape the sack. Odie is dropped, another 7-yard loss, and Miami's going to be forced into a quick 3 and out.
Trey Hawkins was another name that got all conference honors. He was second team all SEC, and you're seeing why here. Comes off the edge, pretty much unblocked, gets to Odie, comes up with a big sack. Not only are they giving up the ball, but this really hurts field position-wise, as now LSU likely going to have great field position to start their first drive.
Yeah, this punt basically coming at the end zone. Punt is away. Traveling downfield, going to be brought in about the 45-yard line, starting the return, coming back up. Gets to about the 40 before first contact, and Smoke Orleans picking up 20 yards out to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, great return there by the Baton Rouge native. Comes up with a big play, and LSU going to start now with a fantastic opportunity to get points on the board early.
Yeah, Alden Forrester, Jay Gates, the 2 first-team All-ACC defensive linemen, going to have the work cut out for them as the first play is a read option. Moses King running and picking up 7 yards, set up 2nd and 3rd.
And Moses King, I think, is a guy we don't talk about enough. The season he's had this year has been fantastic, and we'll talk about it a lot tonight.
King back in the shotgun, again with the play action now, and that one hit as he throws, falls incomplete, and Miami trying to stand tall here with the short field.
Defensive tackle Blake Savage was in the backfield there to get the pressure and force the incompletion. A great play by the sophomore.
Now stacking up in the backfield, ball handed off and stretching forward and not quite making the first down is Christopher Jones. Ball's going to be about half a yard short. We'll see what LSU has up their sleeve as they're coming out for it again on 4th down.
Yeah, they're playing gutsy here. I like this.
I like the early call. King in the backfield looking, quick pass over the middle, caught, made, first down achieved. Jack Haley with an important 5-yard catch.
Now, I love that you're going to trust your sophomore quarterback that you've relied on, has a good season this year. You're going to trust him to come out and make a play here on 4th down early in this football game. There's a lot on the line tonight. Why not go out and try to be a little bit risky, try to make some plays when it matters?
And with a fresh set of downs, read option again. Moses King with a lot of daylight going forward and getting to about the 5-yard line there. Great running play.
He is a really good runner, too, and he's a guy you got to watch out for. He's the 8th most rushing yards among quarterbacks this season. The Monarch is a guy that can really fly when you give him the chance.
Now 2 receivers to either side. King looking, tossing towards the right, and bobbled at the goal line. That one falls incomplete. Going to be 2nd and goal.
And that was the freshman Josiah Mosley, and he's not a guy that drops many passes, so kind of a surprise one there because that would have been 6 on the board.
Now stepping back, throwing to the left, and the receiver got held up, maybe passing through the line. No one really in the vicinity. 3rd down coming up.
And a great late blitz there to put pressure on King. He didn't have time to set in the pocket, and he really hasn't had too much time to set back there tonight so far.
3rd down again, pressure, collapse in the pocket, ball tossed over the middle, caught for a touchdown. Christopher Jones making the important touchdown reception.
He has 72 receptions coming into this game, which is tied for the 6th most across all of the CFSL, over halfback that can do a lot out of the backfield, as you're seeing here. And LSU going to take that early lead after coming up with a big 3-and-out, get great field position thanks to Smoke Orleans on a fantastic return. They move the ball down the field methodically, and they're going to go up early.
Yeah, getting that early lead, really important for LSU. They like to have that whole ball control going ahead, and it helps to do that when you've got a lead. Now Miami behind the 8 ball early, looking to pick up something here as the return comes out to the 20, past the 25, out to the 30, and still stumbling forward and carrying defenders. Demetrius Reese with a great return.
Wow, we've seen some big impact returns so far. Special teams coming in play tonight. What a fantastic return there to help them out to start their 2nd drive here.
Nice setup. Not going to be quite as short a field as LSU just have it. The ball sitting just on the outside of the 40. Odie dropping back to pass, tosses right quick. Catch is made, and Reese picking up another 2 yards.
Yeah, great play here by Trey Woodard on the outside. The sophomore comes up, was immediately there to make the quick tackle. Only a gain of 2 on that play.
That is the first positive play, though, for the Hurricanes tonight. So moving in the right direction here. Dropping back to pass again is Odie. Doesn't see anything, tries to scramble, breaks out of the first tackle, but stumbles backwards, resets the forward progress, loses 9 on the play.
Trey Hawkins comes up with his 2nd sack. Had a big one on the first drive, now a big one on the 2nd drive here. It'll be 3rd and 18 now. LSU's defense looks very impressive early on.
Yeah. 3rd and a country mile now. As Odie's back in the shotgun, 2 receivers either side looking and barely able to get rid of the ball there. It's going to bring up 4th and 18 and another punt for the Hurricanes.
And I believe that was Israel Jordan Ward, who was a 2nd-team All-SEC player this year, the freshman coming up to make a huge play on 3rd down. And, man, so far it's been all LSU.
Yeah, LSU looking very strong tonight. And another nice return is going to bring the ball back out to the 45. Smoke Orleans with a 2nd nice return for the night.
Yeah, he had a return of 20. This one 14 yards. He's doing a good job of getting these chunks back in the special teams play.
Now LSU with the lead, looking, tossing to the right is Moses King. Completion to Christopher Jones, but it's a loss of 2 on the play.
Yeah, Jones really couldn't get his feet set and turned upfield there. Wasn't a great play because he just couldn't get it. If he could have, he might have broken a tackle and made something happen.
Now the running back out of the backfield in motion. Quick toss to that running back, and being pushed out, does pick up 4. Going to set up 3rd and 8.
Well, I mentioned it earlier, Kevin. They love to throw the ball to their halfback. Christopher Jones is going to see a lot of targets, and that's always has been an LSU system this whole year.
Now 3 receivers left, looking left, firing downfield, wide open, making the catch, and caught by his shoestrings. Elliott Griffin almost breaking that one into the house.
A huge play here by Elliott Griffin, and the first big passing play we've seen for LSU tonight. A big gainer down the sideline. Hats off, though, to Tom Reese from Miami, getting the shoestring tackle that'll keep them just short of the goal line.
That is an amazing tackle. Had lost the step, able to make it up. Now ball set at the 3-yard line. Moses King in the shotgun, looking to punch it in and take Miami up by 2, or take LSU up by 2 scores. That handoff goes nowhere. Christopher Jones dropped for a 1-yard loss.
Kavion Kane's going to get the credit for the tackle for loss, but there was a couple guys in the backfield there in those black jerseys. I really like these black jerseys, Kevin. I don't know about you, but I think they're pretty slick looking.
Absolutely right. It's very nice. It's a good contrast to the LSU whites. And now King dropped for a huge sack, loss of 6. Going to be third and about 10 for goal.
Well, they look even better when Blake Savage is making plays like that, right? What an outstanding play. Off the block early. Really never even got in the block coming out. And it's going to set up a long 3rd and goal, 3rd and 10 with a goal to go. This is going to be a big play here.
2 receivers left, 1 on the right, 2 backs in the backfield for Moses King. He steps back, looks, gets a screen toss out, and that one doesn't pick up much. Only a 1-yard gain. 4th and goal. I've got to assume the field goal team's walking out.
Yeah, and it looks like that's what it's going to be. This is a big play for Miami here. Their defense, bend but don't break. And you got to remember, they had it like 1st and goal at the 2-yard line after that big pass play. Tom Reese's touchdown-saving tackle ends up saving Miami 4 points there, but they still trail by 10.
Yeah, with about 4.5 minutes left to go in the first, Miami looking to have something to spark them on offense, and maybe this returns it as Xavier May breaks it out to the 40-yard line. That's 2 great returns in a row from Miami.
Yeah, it really is, and we've seen it both sides. The punt returns for LSU, the kick returns from Miami. Xavier May also an all-ACC return man, so a guy that's been doing these kind of plays all season long. But, wow, big return, great field position.
Did see that stat flash up. Miami minus 16 yards in the night. Now getting some positive yards there as Odie takes off on the scramble, picks up 11.
The 5th-year senior is a guy that can really move the ball with his legs. He's a guy that's going to be impressive and actually is looking at a big record I'll talk about later here tonight.
Odie under center, takes the snap, tossing it left, and that one overthrown just a bit. Falls incomplete, 2nd and 10.
As I alluded to, he only needs 39 rushing yards to be the 2nd ever Hurricane to hit the 2,000 career rushing yards mark. Marcus Duncan being the first.
Well, he's gotten 11, but lost a few on some sacks earlier. Brewer there on the run, picks up 3.
And you got to get Brewer involved early. He's a guy that can really make a lot of plays happen. 17th in the CFSO in terms of rushing yardage. He has been a productive player.
LSU trying to hype up the crowd, make it hard to play. Deep pass down the right side, overthrows the receiver, and that falls incomplete, and Miami's coming out to punt again.
And that's going to be one that Deshaun Odie wishes he could have back, because he had a man there. He puts a little air under that ball, gets it outside with a little less pepper on it, and that's a touchdown. I mean, he had a man wide open there.
Fair catch called for, ball down at the 1-yard line. That is a great dead ball punt from Miami.
Man, have you called a game, Kevin, that has this much special teams impact this early in a game? And this is wild.
Yeah, no, this is great. I enjoy seeing all that. And just barely getting out of the end zone is Chapman. They're going to give him credit for 2 yards. I think the ball's going to be at the 1.5-yard line somehow.
Yeah, that 2-yard gain, you're at the 2-yard line. That's a questionable call there. But, yeah, this is a really good play on first down, dangerous field position.
Oh, now bouncing off his own lineman. Jones loses a yard. Going to be 3rd and 9. Ball's going to be inside the 1.
And they're going to be lucky to not come up with a safety here. As good as this defensive line is playing right now, they are firing on all cylinders. The linebackers behind them coming up to help out. A big play there, and still going to take the snap from his own end zone.
Out from under center. Ball runs out of the end zone, picks up 2 yards just to give the punter a tiny bit of breathing room. And just like Miami had to make a punt, give LSU a short field, now LSU's in that position. Very, very good field position coming up from Miami, most likely.
Yeah, absolutely. With any kind of return, this is going to be a great field position to start with.
The punt doesn't even make it to midfield. Ball returned to almost the 25-yard line for Miami to set up with great field positioning.
Yeah, now the Hurricanes have to do something on offense. They've kind of struggled so far tonight getting their offense going and clicking. This is where they need to come up with some big plays and get this ball in the end zone.
Odie under center, tossing left, no one's over there. That one falls incomplete. Odie 2 for 7 on the night so far. Looking for him to settle down and get this offense on track.
Yeah, he's a little bit rattled in that pocket. This is a really good defense he's going against, though.
Ball handed off with a little bit of room to run, and David Brewer stretches it out for 4 yards.
And nice pickup here to make it 3rd down and more manageable. And I think they should get Brewer more involved, especially on the early downs.
Now this stadium is just rattling with noise. Nice pass to the right side, picking up the 1st down. Brewer bringing in that reception. First down for the Hurricanes tonight.
And a nice one to pick up there. A very impressive play. And the junior out of Lawton, Oklahoma, coming up with the 1st down.
New set of downs, Miami looking and just gobbled up under center, and looks like there was a fumble. Ball is recovered by the Hurricanes, but it is going to be a loss of 6 on the play.
Oh, they were lucky to get that back. You see Israel Jordan Ward coming up with a pretty spin move off the line, getting the hit. The ball's loose, and there's a bunch of mixed color jerseys in there trying to find it. Luckily for Miami, it gets picked up by an offensive lineman.
Now with 3 receivers, bunched up to left, Odie drops back from center, looks left, throws over the middle, and Sailor Sage picks up 11 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 5 for Miami trying to close this gap.
Yeah, this freshman has had a really good season this year, up over 400 yards. She only has 2 touchdowns, but she has been a big impact on this offense.
Nice protection, ball out to the left. Brewer only able to pick up 1, though. It's going to be 4th and 4 for the Hurricanes.
And just like Christopher Jones on the other side, Brewer leads the team in receptions. It's a guy that they like to get involved early, but unfortunately this drive's going to come to a close. Miami's still going to be able to put up points to the board if this kick goes through.
Kick is up and through the uprights. Miami does close it down to a 1-score game. With 1:20 left, it's LSU leading by 7, 10-3.
And yeah, this is still nice to get points on the board. Obviously, you make it a 1-possession ball game, which is nice. But they really wanted that touchdown there. Miami's offense has to figure out ways to attack the defense, and I think that way might be Brewer.
Yeah, Brewer was seeing a little bit of green space on the runs, but now Moses King coming back out for his next drive, having a bit more field to work with this time. Drops back to pass, steps up in the pocket, doesn't see anything, and throws it away. Going to be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, great pressure there. Great coverage downfield, too. That man coverage had everybody locked up. He had nowhere to go.
Miami's defense trying to hold here. Moses back in the shotgun again, looking, and a whole host of defenders coming in. Moses King dropped for an 8-yard loss.
Blake Savage again in the backfield making plays tonight. He has had a fantastic start to this ball game. You know, the focus on this defensive line has been Jay Gates and a little bit too with Alden Forrester, both being first team all ACC. But Savage tonight coming out and showing maybe he was overlooked. Maybe he should have been on that list as well.
Yeah, Miami's defensive line has looked strong all season long. Moses King looking, pressure coming again. This time ball tossed to left, intercepted with some room to run. Breaks the tackle, falls backwards to the 45. Hurricanes get a nice break. Justin Bufall picks up the INT.
That'll be his first interception of the season. That is a great play there. He's actually a guy last year didn't see a lot of production, didn't see a lot of time on the field. This year has come out and produced in a big way. His production way up from last year, and now getting his first interception of the season. I believe first of his career, if I'm not mistaken. A huge play for Justin Bufall.
And what a time to get that first INT when your playoff life is on the line. And now Odie with a nice scramble, able to pick up 5 yards.
And we've seen Odie come up with I believe this is his 2nd gain of nice gain on the running game. Maybe a wrinkle they can add in here to see him run the ball more. It's having success so far.
Play action play, ball tossed to the left, able to pick up some yardage, picking up the 1st down. Sailor Sage, it's been a favorite target so far, picked up another 8 yards.
And they're going to rely on the tight end a lot tonight. This defense is really talented, but Sage does provide them with a little bit of a mismatch with her size, and something I think we'll see a decent amount tonight.
Now with about 20 seconds left to go in the first quarter, Odie under center, dropping back to pass again. Doesn't see anything, tries to scramble again. This time, though, not able to break free, is dropped for a 6-yard sack.
And that's Trey Hawkins, his 3rd sack of the night already. He was 2nd team all SEC with his 12 sacks. He's got 3 more to add to that now. A very impressive performance early on. Really, both defensive lines are eaten tonight.
Yeah, both. Just looking at it coming in, I was expecting it to be a defensive battle. I was not expecting quite this many sacks so early. as we are getting down. Will they get a playoff before the quarter ends? Yeah, ball snap just as the clock hits 0. Ball handed off and run up the middle is Brewer picking up 9 yards. That's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter, though. LSU currently leads 10-3. You're watching the CFSL by PX1 Sports here on YouTube. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. Coming back out here, swapping sides of the field. Odie in the shotgun looking to complete and hit as he threw. They're going to rule that a forward pass. Falls incomplete. Better than a fumble. But it is going to bring up 4th down. And a long field goal coming out here for the Hurricanes.
Yeah, this will be interesting to see if Waylon Wright can pick this one up. He has been very accurate so far this season.
45-yard field goal attempt is up and through the uprights. Miami cuts into that lead again. Now only trailing by 4 as we start the second quarter here in earnest. Miami's offense maybe starting to show a couple of signs of life, but LSU getting ready to have another chance to run it downfield.
Yeah, and really LSU started off red hot on offense. They looked really good, but so far these last few drives, Miami has come up big, and really it's been because of that defensive line. Let's see if LSU can get some momentum.
Empty backfield pressure was coming up and making the catch along the sidelines as Williams does pick up 3 yards, but not able to turn it upfield for more.
Yeah, you would have liked to get a little bit more out of that, but still a 3-yard gain isn't bad. Positive yardage. You're starting off, you're building momentum, and getting King more comfortable with that ball in his hands.
King hands the ball off, running forward and picking up good yardage. Christopher Jones picks up 5, 3rd and 2 coming up.
His 5th carry, only 7 yards to show for it. A lot of them coming there on that play. He said tough sledding tonight, but this one going to be a nice gain here. And this will set up a 3rd and manageable, which they need. Only 2 for 6 so far on 3rd down for the Tigers.
Yeah, both teams have struggled on 3rd down with the defensive lines we see. That's not too surprising as King gets gobbled up in the backfield. Loss of 2 on the play, and the Hurricanes are forcing another LSU punt.
And this is another great play by Blake Savage here. For a second, it looked like he had the room that King was going to break it and get that 1st down, but Blake Savage gets his paws on him quickly and rips him down. And like you said, another LSU punt. Miami with a chance to get more points on the board.
Hurricanes bring in the punt at the 30-yard line, trying to make a decent return here. Xavier May picks up 11 yards. Ball going to be near the 40-yard line. And we saw this chart early in the game, and it looked very scary with a minus 16 yards for Miami. Much better looking now.
Yeah, still only 34 yards, though, and they haven't been able to figure out ways. LSU a little bit more successful early in the game, although it stopped. Now let's see if Miami can get stuff going offensively.
On a nice rollout, toss to the left, after bowling over a defender. Wojcik picks up 4 yards, but that was an impressive bowl over.
Oh, it absolutely was, and she's a powerful player. The backup tight end sees a lot of time at fullback because of that power.
Now 2 receivers either side. Odie stepping back, looking, doesn't see anything. Tries to go, evades the first tackler and able to pick up 2 yards. Turns what would have been a disastrous play into a little bit of positive yardage.
Well, he ran that right into Trey Hawkins' lap there. I'm not sure how he didn't have a hold of him. Kind of got lucky to get out of there, but a nice pickup, and it'll make a manageable 3rd down. But we've seen 1 for 6. Both of these teams have struggled to convert on 3rd downs. Both defenses playing lights out.
3rd and 4. Death Valley is just rocking. Looking deep ball down the left side. Jump ball and batted away. Falls incomplete. 4th and 4, and the punt team comes back out onto the field.
Yeah, and Trey Woodard, this sophomore, coming up with the play there, making it look easy, really down the sideline. Really didn't even seem like he was pressured, just kind of swatted that one out. A good play there.
That punt going out of bounds, going to set LSU up with decent field position coming up. We see the stats here of Moses King. Great first quarter, second quarter, just really getting underway. But the offense has kind of sputtered the last couple of drives.
Yeah, it really has. Miami's been shutting stuff down in the last few drives.
And that's not going to help. Untouched is the defensive end. Forrester picks up a big sack.
And Alden Forrester has been such a good player. As I said earlier, first team All-ACC, the Oklahoma State transfer, 13 tackles for a loss on this season. And he's been in the backfield more often than not.
That just has to be a terrifying sight to see that barreling down on you completely untouched. Moses King now back in the shotgun with a bit more room. Steps toward Forrester again, but this time ball aired out way down the left side, and that one is pushed away. Hurricanes wishing they could have gotten INT, but they'll settle for incompletion.
And that was Justin Bufal, who already has a pick in this game, almost came up with a second one.
King back it to throw again, airing it out down the left side again. This time, man, wide open, trying to get down the field and taken down near the 17-yard line. Griffin with another huge reception, already 111 yards on the night with an average of 55.
They've been trying to get the ball downfield to Griffin a couple times. We've seen it already, and it hasn't worked out on a couple of them. This one obviously going to be big. Over 100 yards already, like you said, and the second team All-SEC wide receiver comes up with a big play there.
Now on the read option, Moses King has daylight in front of him, is trying to truck forward and gets pushed down around the 1-yard line. Moses King just barely kept out of the end zone.
Yeah, he's done such a good job running the football all season long. This one came really close to picking up a touchdown, but it will be just short of it. A really good pickup there, and it'll be 1st and goal now with LSU a chance to further their lead.
1st and goal at the 2, but the last time we saw this, Miami's defense was able to hold strong. See if they can do it again. Ball handed off, and that's a great start as Jones is dropped for a 1-yard loss.
Blake Savage again going to be the guy that gets there first, and then finally finished off on the play. I believe that was Alden Forrester. Another good play here. You bring up a good point. They had it on the 2-yard line once before and weren't able to get in. Let's see if Miami can stand strong one more time.
Moses King looking, read option. This time there's still daylight in front of him. Moses King with a touchdown for the Tigers.
Yeah, a nice play here. The read option gives him just enough time. The defense fell for it, just enough to give him a window to get that ball into the end zone. And a nice score there to give LSU a nice 2-possession lead.
And a nice job by LSU. The extra point goes through. 2-possession lead, as you said, as we get near the just past the 6-minute mark here in the second quarter. LSU looking strong. Miami still looking to get the offense really going, and are going to have to settle for a touchback on this return.
Yeah, let's see what they can do here. Miami's had some struggles. Like I've said earlier in this game, Brewer has been finding success running the football. Odie has found success running the football. They've still been going to the pass a lot, even though this defensive line is getting a lot of pressure.
Do have a delayed handoff and breaking a bunch of tackles there. I thought Brewer was going to be dropped for a loss, ends up turning it into a 7-yard gain.
Devin Brewer fighting hard for yards there, 4 carries at 5, almost 6 yards a carry right now. He's finding room to work.
Now 3 receivers left. Another handoff to Brewer. This time, though, is gobbled up in the backfield. Loss of 2 on the play, but still a manageable 3rd and 5.
And Trey Hawkins wasn't going to give up that play again. This time he'll get off the block quickly, going to wrap him up. 3rd and 5 now, as you said. 1 for 7 on 3rd down conversions. The Hurricanes got to find something here.
And neither team looking particularly great on 3rd down tonight. I mean, looking to convert. Nice pass over the middle. That is caught and brought in. Sincere Battle with a 10-yard reception and a very important 1st down.
And the first time we've called his name tonight, the 10 catch going to be good enough for a 1st down, keeps the drive alive.
Hurricanes now trying to see if they can't string something together. Another toss over the middle. Justice Fury picking up 6 yards.
A nice pickup here by Justice Fury, and this is a guy to keep your eye on. He is 2nd team All-ACC for a reason. He has been a very big weapon for this Miami offense.
Odie under center, tossing left, catch made, and able to make the 1st down is Reese. Going to pick up 4, 1st and 10 for the Hurricanes.
And Miami's starting to find some momentum here on this drive, starting to move the ball well. And if not for anything else, you're going to flip the field in field position battle.
Ball, not handoff, play action pass, and trying to escape and almost dropping the ball, but stumbling forward. Odie turns it into only a 2-yard loss as Williams gets the sack.
Yeah, Kobe Williams hit him there, and it just almost got back to his feet, although might not have been a good idea on Malik Woodbury. The free safety was barreling down on him. Likely would have been a huge hit.
Now back past, no, they're going to call a read option, and running forward, not able to pick up anything. Odie just able to get back to the line there.
It looks like he got a little bit confused in the backfield. At first he took off. It looked like he had some room to operate, and then he goes backwards. Trey Woodard's going to take advantage of that. He'll get in the backfield to bring him down.
Now 3rd and 11. Dropping back the pass, throws one to the right side. That's intercepted. That's LSU defender number 10 just dashing it forward to make that catch.
And it's Kenneth Swift, the junior, coming up with his 3rd interception of the season. What fantastic coverage there against Demetrius Reese, and does a good job of keeping him right in that hip pocket. Comes up with a big interception there, and now a chance for LSU to further their lead.
1 INT apiece for each team. And pressure coming, but that one thrown away. And another big play, this time down the right field sideline. LSU gets all the way down to the 15-yard line there.
Josiah Mosley, the freshman, coming up with it, and SEC fans will know the last name very well. His brother, Jeremy, was an outstanding linebacker at Alabama. This time, the younger brother comes up with a huge play to move LSU into the red zone. One play after the turnover, you know, teams love to take shots in that situation, Kevin. This one will pay off huge for the Tigers.
LSU back in the red zone again. Ball sitting at the 50-yard line. King on the read option again. We've seen that work several times. King's able to plow forward and able to rumble into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Oh, King having himself a good ball game. Wow, what a fantastic run here. Just lowers his shoulder. He's not going to be stopped. The Monarch will put 6 on the board for the Tigers.
And what a wonderful job to not only break the tackle, but do so in such a way that you throw the defender into his oncoming help so that you're able to get away. That is some heads-up thinking by Moses King.
Now, always impressive when you can turn a defender into a downfield blocker. I mean, that was fantastic.
Yeah, I think that deserves some consideration for top 10 plays of the week. And we're only in the second game of 4 this week. As the Hurricanes now get ready to return the ball, get out to about the 35-yard line. Xavier May has had return after return after return tonight.
And that top 10 is going to be hard to get in this week. For anybody who watched that earlier game, Alabama and Texas, Alabama came out the victor, but Texas's Anthony Delano could probably have a top 10 of his own. Huge plays all night long.
Now Miami down several scores. Got about 3.5 minutes left to go here in the first half to see if they can't cut into that deficit. They had a drive kind of stringed together. Now Odie back under center looking to put something else together. Nice toss over the middle again and streaking forward. Reese picks up 26 yards. First big chunk play for the Hurricanes tonight.
Yeah, nice little play here coming off the slant, maybe skinny post, and a good play downfield. And then cuts up between 2 fenders for a couple extra yards there on the back end. A nice play by the freshman out of Rockford Luther High School.
Now ball sitting at the 39. Odie under center, fullback and halfback behind him. Ball's handed off and met in the backfield. Brewer able to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Hey, Brewers had a good night tonight running, but this time they had his number. Zach Monsilovich going to come up with the tackle in the backfield. And there were quite a few of those white and yellow jerseys back there to make the play.
Now Odie back in the shotgun, doing their own read option. Nowhere near as successful as LSU's. Tackled in the backfield for a 2-yard loss.
Griff Martin coming up with the play. He has been a dominant force in the league all season long. The sophomore having a great season after coming over from Iowa.
Tough to run when you've got that many defenders coming in on the blitz. Now stepping up, throwing deep down the right side, jumping forward and not able to make that catch. Malik Woodbury on the defense.
We've seen both teams take shots downfield. They are not afraid to stretch the field, but so far, the defenses have been winning these battles. Malik Woodbury there coming up with the pass deflection, and that'll end up forcing the punt.
And another nice punt there from number 16. It's going to pin LSU back around the 10-yard line. Not quite the worst field position LSU's had tonight, but definitely giving them a long field to work with for the end of the first half.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a nice pass out there. Smoke Orleans picks up his first reception on the night, picking up 3.
It's not a bad little gain here on first down, getting some momentum back. You know, you just had the ball, just getting that rhythm back in Moses King, who's had himself a good night.
Being back, hands the ball off, and pushing a defender along with him is Christopher Jones. Picks up another 3 yards, setting up 3rd and 4.
That was John Smith, the freshman outside linebacker. He got pushed around a little bit, but he wasn't giving up on the tackle, and he'll get credit for that one. But it'll still be a 3rd and manageable for LSU.
Mose King in the backfield. Pocket holding. He's looking to pass, airing it out deep down the right side again. Another receiver is opened upfield. This time breaks a tackle and is able to get inside 10. Elliott Griffin, another huge reception, 254 yards. Oh, that was passing yards for Mose King. My apologies.
He's
But most
still
of
having
that's
a good
Griffin.
game.
And now tossing to the right, trying to get into the end zone, not quite able to get there. Smoke Orleans picks up 8. It's going to be 2nd and 2 with the ball in the 3.
And a big hit there by Xavier May. He has back-to-back tackles, now 6 on the night.
Under center, handing the ball off, running forward, not able to get there. Christopher Jones gets dropped at the line. 3rd and 2, Hurricanes trying to hold.
Corey Mucci, a guy we normally are used to talking about a lot. The first time we'll bring up his name, and man, it was like hitting a brick wall right there. Huge play.
Spreading the field out here on 3rd down. Going on the read option, have the handoff. Ryan Nigo Jr. picks up the 3-yard touchdown run.
And the junior hasn't gotten a lot of touches so far this year, but when he has, he's been making the most of it. 4.2 yards per carry this season, and that one is going to push it into the end zone for another LSU score.
And LSU stretching it out now 31-6, 25-point advantage for the Tigers as we near the end of the 2nd quarter. Minute 19 left. Ryan, what does Miami got to do to get their offense ticking?
They got to get the deep stuff working. They've taken the shots downfield, and they just haven't been able to find the guys down there. And I think that's a big part of it. And getting the running game going, it's been working tonight. Brewer's doing a good job. Odie's been doing a good job. And it's definitely not too late to start, airing the ball out on every play. But those shots downfield, one of them has to connect.
And now you have a nice pass down the left hand side. Demetrius Reese picks up 7. Going to bring up 2nd and 3 with 1:11 to go.
Yeah, nice pickup here on 1st down. They're going to get back on the ball in a hurry.
Now set up 2 receivers either side. Dropping back, screen pass, has some room to run, but not able to get the 1st down marker or out of bounds. Brewer picks up 1, running up to the line now with a minute left to go. 3rd and 2, receivers bunched on the right side. Odie back, throws to the right, and that one flies over the head of the receiver, falls incomplete, 4th and 2, and the punt team's back on the field again.
Yeah, a little bit more touch on that pass, and it would have been going upfield. It might have been a big gain if he threw it perfect there. But even if he threw it, just in bounds, I think it would have been the 1st down, obviously. Not quite enough. LSU's going to get a chance to put points on the board.
LSU will have 42 seconds left after that return, has 1 timeout left to stop the clock if they need try to get a field goal team on the field.
And if I'm Miami, I'm going to be watching, keeping an eye on Elliott Griffin here.
Yeah, Griffin has had huge play after huge play. You can't afford to give up another one of those. Mose King in the shotgun, setting up, looking for a pass. Doesn't see anything downfield. Starts to scramble, and they're going to call that a sack for 0 yards. But running to the line now, receivers trying to get back, eating up precious time. Dropping back to pass again here on 2nd down. Pass batted away. Kufal with a nice defense there.
Yeah, and it's his 2nd pass breakup. He had the interception also earlier. He's having a great day in coverage.
Now with the clock stopped, 25 seconds left. Mose King looking downfield, airing it out to the left side, and not able to make it to the ball is the receiver. Falls incomplete. LSU going to punt it back. Miami will get the ball back with 3 timeouts and about 10 seconds or so left on the clock.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do here and how aggressive they want to play this. If they're trying to move it downfield or they just want to get rid of it.
Oh, almost disaster. That punt gets dropped. But they are able to fall at it. Ball's going to be sitting at the almost 20-yard line with 15 seconds to go. We'll see if Miami's got anything up their sleeves for this. Instead, looks like it's a handoff to Brewer, and looks like Miami's going to be content to take this into halftime.
Yeah, and that might be the smart move here.
And with that, LSU taking a commanding lead into halftime. Miami's going to have some work to do in the locker room. Ryan, LSU's just looked dominant on the field tonight.
And really, Kevin, like, you know, if you didn't know the score watching this game, you would feel that it would be a little bit closer than it is. It really hasn't felt like a blowout at all. It feels like both defenses have gotten their shots in. Both offenses have made a couple plays here and there, but the big thing is Miami's been settling for three on both of their impressive drives. Because if we're talking about 31-14, you know, that's obviously a much different story. But yeah, LSU's done a good job, especially early in the game offensively and late in the second quarter. They were able to move the ball really well. Miami's defense still playing a decent game here. They just need some more on offense. Miami's offense hasn't been able to do nearly enough. You can see it there in the yardage totals, especially passing yards.
Yeah, Elliott Griffin has definitely propelled LSU to this lead. He's got 3 huge catches on the night. A large chunk of those 262 yards are in his hands. He has looked great. Hasn't been able to turn it into a touchdown yet, but big plays all over the field.
Yeah, I mean, those are huge chunk plays downfield that have turned into 17 points for LSU.
The Miami Hurricanes is lined up.
And the teams have come back out of the locker room. Miami is kicking off to start the second half. LSU is going to get a chance to extend just a little bit further, possibly, as the kickoff is returned out of the end zone and gets out to about the 25-yard line.
A decent return there by Elliott Griffin. Obviously, we've been talking about him. He's had a big impact in the game, and we'll see how long into this drive it takes for King to call his number.
King in the shotgun, has the halfback in motion, tosses to the man in motion. Christopher Jones picks up 3 and runs out of bounds.
Yeah, just kind of ran out of room there. Couldn't get upfield. We've seen that happen a time or two so far this game, as King now 13 of 21.
Now that completion percentage getting closer to his standard average as the game progresses. Now ball tossed out to the right. Christopher Jones picks up another 1 yard, but again, just led a little bit too far, steps out of bounds.
And you brought up his completion percentage. He's a guy that completes about 70% of his passes. He's actually 9th in the CFSO in terms of completion percentage.
As King dropping back to pass the third time, looking, tossing left into multiple coverage. Xavier May gets credit for the deflected pass.
Yeah, that was a dangerous pass there. Xavier May almost had a house call, and that would have been huge for the Hurricanes. But still, getting this stop early and getting the ball back, they should have decent field position to work with. Let's see if they can get the offense going and get right back in this one.
Ponda's away, brought in near the 35-yard line. Running forward and getting out to about the 45-yard line is Xavier May. Just had that good pass defense, now on the return team, and setting up the Hurricanes with decent field position.
Yeah, that was a really good drive defensively, and we've seen a few of those for Miami. Now we need to see a good offensive drive.
Odie in the shotgun. Quick toss to the right and almost immediately throws it to the receiver. Is not able to get out there fast enough, and that falls incomplete.
Yeah, looking for a guy out there, but wasn't quite there and needs a little bit more time in the pocket to work with.
Odie in the shotgun again. Has a bit more time to work with. That ball is tossed out and caught on the sideline. Justice Rue with a nice sideline awareness to make that catch.
And this is a guy that needs to have a big second half if Miami wants to come back. He's had a fantastic year this year. He's put up huge numbers. They need to get him more involved.
Man left. You see both teams have gotten 7 first downs, but most of those have been not on third down. Third down conversion for both teams suffering tonight as Odie's back in the shotgun and gobbled up immediately. I don't think he had any idea that was coming.
Kobe Williams, the guy that's going to get back there for the sack. You're right, he didn't see that one at all. A big hit on the quarterback. And really, this could have big ramifications on this drive. A 7-yard loss. 2nd and 17 here. You're looking to try to get half of those yards on this play.
And now LSU's defense coming up, stacking the line. Quick toss over the middle, breaking a tackle and picking up a few extra yards. Reese picks up 7. He is going to make it 3rd and 10.
Yeah, nice play here to get some of that back. Still 3rd and 10 is not going to be easy, but an impressive play to get that ball, break the tackle, and get upfield. Wasn't breaking the second tackle, though, as Malcolm Kemp Brown comes up and makes the play.
Let's see what the Hurricanes have up their sleeves. Ball sitting at the 38-yard line. Odie back in the shotgun. 2 receivers either side. halfback on his right. Setting up a screen pass and able to escape the first tackler and squirt out to the 30-yard line. Brewer makes it out there, but it's going to be 4th and 2. See what the Hurricanes have in mind. It looks like a field goal.
Oh, almost got the jump there. And it looks like they might have movement.
Flag is down.
This one's going to go against the offense.
That's unfortunate. That's going to make it a long 4th and 7. And now the offense is coming back out on the field. Kind of stuck in that no man's land. Odie in the shotgun again. 3 receivers to the right. Throws over the middle. That one batted away. Griff Martin with a nice deflection there.
Yeah, he had a man. It looked like the window was open for a second. Griff Martin going to close on the ball and stop that quickly. It looks like he was looking for Justice Fury over the middle there. A nice play by the standout sophomore, and that'll be first down for the Tigers now.
Yes. Swapping sides of the field. LSU's going to be coming out here looking to stretch out that 25-point lead just a little bit more. Read option play. Moses King, room to run, and had one man to beat. He can pick up some really impressive yards. Still picks up 17.
And I talked about it earlier. This is a guy we haven't talked about enough this season. 27 touchdowns through the air. Before tonight, and he's had a couple tonight. 11 interceptions only. 10th in the league in terms of rating, 9th in terms of completion percentage, and 8th in terms of rushing yards for a quarterback.
On the read option again, that time not able to pick up near as much yards. Still a good 5-yard gain by Moses King. Set up 2nd and 5.
And he's got 52 yards on the ground tonight, including 2 touchdowns. Which has been a huge spark for this offense. And his running ability has really been the consistent play that's moving the ball down the field. Obviously, the big play helping them out as well.
And read option, 3rd time. This time, choosing to keep it again. Able to pick up a bit more yards. Picks up a first down. He's got 62 yards on the ground tonight.
Yeah, and Miami just seems unable to stop the QB runs. The read options, the speed options, they're all working right now.
Out of the shotgun. This time holding onto the ball, dropping back to pass, and able to pick up good chunk of yardage again. Williams picks up 13 on the left-hand side.
And the play action there does a very good job of getting everybody a little flat-footed defensively downfield. Opens up some windows, and he's able to get a nice chunk play.
Now set up 2 receivers on either side. Ball handed off, and Christopher Jones trying to run forward. Doesn't quite make it back to the line. Carl Patrick gets his first tackle for loss on the night.
Yeah, nice play there to come up with a stop. Carl Patrick, I believe, a walk-on coming up to make the play. Oh, no, sorry, not a walk-on. My apologies. The junior coming up with a big play.
Now Moses King back to pass again. Throws to the right, and Smoke Orleans does make the catch. Picks up 2 yards, but tumbles out of bounds backwards.
And we've seen a little bit of Smoke Orleans. He's a guy that can really turn a small gain into a big one if he gets in the open field.
They got tight end in motion across the set. Moses King back to pass, has some room to his left, goes to run, but is taken down from behind. Loss of 8. Great sack by Blake Savage.
And he's having a big night tonight. Savage is really playing a very impressive ball game. And this is going to set him up with a 4th and 17, and not necessarily a gimme field goal that they're going to have to kick here.
Yeah, that's just a huge play, making sure there's no chance for them to have get that first down. Now setting up for a 45-yard field goal. Snap is down, kick is up, and the kick is through the uprights. LSU able to tack on 3 more points. First points in the second half of the team.
And that's going to be a nice little cushion, but you really wanted the 7 there. If Miami can get down the field and score quickly here, these settling for field goals are going to start hurting. But first, Miami's offense has to come alive.
Miami now trying to make something happen on the return. Xavier May able to get out to the 20-yard line there. Just looking for anything that might give Miami a bit of a spark coming into the 5-minute mark of the 3rd quarter.
And they found it on the ground. They just have not felt it through the air yet, at least not consistently.
Odie is back in the shotgun again, looking to pass. Airing it out deep down the right side, has a man down there, and Kenneth Swift able to jump up and knock that one away.
And shout out to this secondary who has been making plays left and right. Odie not afraid to take these shots, and they've been looking for them all night. LSU has just made sure they're not there.
Yeah, LSU's cornerbacks seem to just have that extra step needed, but there, Justin Fury makes a nice catch, picks up 11 yards in the first down.
Yeah, big play by your big play maker. The freshman coming up and having himself another big catch and moving the chains, keeps the drive alive.
Hurricanes looking to string something together. Drop back pass, don't see anything, trying to escape forward, but dropped in the backfield. Loss of 5 on that sack. Ward with his second sack of the night.
Yeah, he's having a big game. This whole defensive front is as well. Griff Martin was also in on the action, as well as a couple other LSU defenders, and that's going to make it harder now. 2nd and 15. Like I said earlier, you want to get about half those yards on this play.
Long yardage to gain here. Has time in the pocket. Nice pass to the left. Brewer does pick up 6. Going to bring up 3rd and 9.
And just short of half the yards, but this will set you up with a 3rd and 9. That's a lot more manageable here. Still going to be tough to get it as Malcolm Kemp Brown comes up to make that tackle. A good play on the tackle. But yeah, not an easy one to convert here, and they haven't had the best success. 2 of 12 tonight on 3rd down.
Have not been able to string together consecutive long drives tonight. Miami looking for that spark. Screen pass comes out, and there is no blockers there as Brewer is dropped for a 3-yard loss. 4th and 13, and the punt team comes back out onto the field.
And the screen pass, every now and again it'll work to perfection, but most of the time it looks like this, especially with how fast the defenders are here. Kobe Williams is going to show off his speed as he gets up and makes the play easily.
LSU's defense really has come out and shut Miami down tonight. They've looked really strong. LSU's offense, great first quarter. Second quarter kind of sputtered a bit. Third quarter's looked a bit better. A lot of read option plays. Curious to see what we're coming up with next.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of the same. Moses King running the football every now and again. They're going to look downfield at Elliott Griffin and see if they can't find a big play with him again.
Moses King back in the shotgun and on the read option again. Ryan's got it called right and picking up 13 yards there is King. Another first down for the Tigers.
Great play there on 1st down. To pick up a 1st down, you always love those. Blake Savage will come up with his 6th tackle of the night, but not before Moses King moves the chains and picks up a nice chunk of yardage.
Now setting up with an empty backfield, 5 wide receivers. Moses King looks, tosses over the middle, and brought in for a 7-yard gain.
Yeah, nice play there to Smoke Orleans. We've seen him making plays on the offense, making plays on the special team. He has had a big impact on this one.
Back in the shotgun, 3 receivers right, throwing right quickly, able to make the catch around the 20-yard line. Smoke Orleans again, back-to-back receptions for him.
Yeah, another nice catch here as they just moving the ball methodically down the field. Moses King showing off that arm, and he's been finding a lot of open lanes here against this Miami defense.
Tigers just outside the red zone, throwing left and jumping the pass is Kufal, trying to get his 2nd interception of the night. That one falls incomplete.
And he has been so close to getting number 2 several times tonight. His 3rd pass breakup. All 3 look like they could have been picks.
He has definitely been a bright spot for the Hurricane defense. Moses King there dropped at the line, not able to pick up anything there. Forrester with his 2nd tackle for the night.
Yeah, and there was a couple guys there waiting for him. Forrester going to get credit for that one. And now comes a long 3rd down. Miami again bending but not breaking.
3rd and 10, LSU dropping back and hit as he threw. I didn't even see the arm come forward, but they're going to say that was a forward pass. 4th and 10 for the Tigers. Field goal team's coming out to try and make it 37 points.
Yeah, I think they got lucky on the call there. For a while, I thought that ball was moving. I thought that was going to be a big play for Miami.
The kick is up and through the uprights. LSU stretching out 31-point lead here with 2.5 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Miami going to have to start getting those big chunk plays to work. We've seen them try. They've not really been successful. They've got to get those going right now if they're going to get back into this.
Oh, and this might be a big help here, going down past the 50 before he's brought down.
Nice return by Xavier May. Does pick up nearly 50 yards, as you called it. And Now with a short field, let's see if Hurricanes can't put something together.
Yeah, that's going to be huge when you're starting your drive off on the other side of the field, especially because of the special teams play. This might be a good opportunity for Miami to get a touchdown.
Drum back to pass, another screen pass. This time there is some blocking downfield, breaking through and getting out to about the 20-yard line there. Great play for the Hurricanes.
Yeah, you follow up the big special teams play with a nice call here. And like I said, every now and again, that screen pass works to perfection. This is going to be one of those moments as Brewer gets to the outside, gets some great blocking downfield, finally pushed out just inside the 20, and we're in the red zone, folks.
Miami, one of their second trip into the red zone tonight. First time they got a field goal. This time on their own read option. That's Odie dashing forward and picking up 5 yards. 2nd and 5 coming up.
Yeah, great pickup here on first down, and he's had obviously a lot of sacks on the night, so that's still in the negative rushing yards wise, but when he has taken off, he has found some holes.
From back pass over the middle, that one batted down. Griff Martin gets a second deflection on the night.
And that one looked like it was intended for Griff Martin there. Odie being a little too careless with the football over the middle, must not even have seen the middle linebacker, needs to find a better place for that ball to go.
3rd and 5, trying to get the first down. Catch is made, it's going to be right at the line. They're going to say he made it, and the chains move forward. Reese picking up a very important first down.
Maverick LeBlanc, this free safety, going to come up to make the stop, but you're right, not enough. They will pick up the first down, and now 1st and goal.
Ball just inside 10, ball out to the left, and Brewer is trying to make some yardage there, but ends up losing 2 on that catch.
Yeah, that was a lot of hard work there to lose 2 yards. He just couldn't get past the first guy clean enough, and LSU does a fantastic job of swarming to the football after that first initial contact, and they'll stop him in the backfield. Now, 1st and goal to go, and they are outside of the 10.
2nd and goal, as you called it, 11 yards to go for the end zone. Odie looking back, tosses over the middle, catch is made. Javal Green picks up 7. It's going to leave him 3rd and goal from just inside the 5.
Green, not a name we get to call too often. The freshman hasn't had a lot of production this season, but a nice pickup here and a meaningful time to make this 3rd and goal much more manageable here.
3rd and goal from the 3. Odie sets up under center, hands the ball off, looking and into the end zone. Daniel Thomas gets a touchdown for the Hurricanes, finally getting on into the end zone there.
That's the cornerback, the sophomore. Every now and again, they'll plug him in on offense. He's been making plays on both sides of the ball this season. And Miami on the board with their first touchdown. Nice drive there, set up by that beautiful execution on the special teams play, followed up by a great screen pass to Devin Brewer, and then methodically from there, diving into the end zone for the touchdown. And we see some signs of life from the Miami offense.
And something you had mentioned earlier, both teams tonight, special teams has been super impressive all night long tonight.
Oh, it has. It's had a huge impact on the game on both sides of the ball. We've seen some great kicks for field goals. We've seen some fantastic returns and punting and on kickoff returns.
Now Moses King hands the ball off, running forward, picking up a huge chunk of yards there on the ground. Christopher Jones picks up 13 yards. He's got 21 on the night.
Oh, and that was just great blocking up front. Xavion May was the first person to make contact, and that was 13 yards downfield. I mean, all 13 of those yards where he went clean, untouched.
Moses King back to pass, tosses over the middle. Huge hit, knocks the ball loose. Hurricane defense trying to stand tall.
Yeah, very good play. That looked like Xavion May again, who's had his fingerprints all over this one today. Sets him back 2nd and 10. Let's see if Miami can capitalize on this.
Now on the read option, not able to get the handoff disrupted. King picks up 9. Going to be 3rd and 1 for the Tigers.
And he's had a great game on the ground. This was a huge pickup to make this a much more manageable 3rd down.
3rd and 1 coming up for the Tigers. Moses back to pass, and that one is caught. Nicholas Williams does pick up 5 yards and a first down. Chains are moving for the Tigers.
Yeah, it floated a little bit there on King, but for a second I didn't think the ball was going to get there in time, but it will. The hit right after, a hard one. But they hold on to the football, and they'll hold on to that first down.
that play is going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. Right now, LSU 37, Miami 13. Miami's going to try to bring it back here. You're watching the CFSL on PX1 Sports on YouTube. We'll be back with the fourth quarter in just a moment. Welcome back to the fourth quarter. Get the fours in chat. LSU looking to stretch this one out and start chewing some of that clock. Miami looking to start a comeback as Christopher Jones picks up the catch, picks up 5.
Yeah, and it's, they're down, but this is still not completely out of the realm of possibilities. If their defense can come up with some plays, namely turnovers, their offense, if they can keep that rolling, it's not impossible for sure.
No, it is a 3-possession game right now, and that almost was a huge play. Ball batted at the goal line, almost intercepted, but it is going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Tigers.
Justin Pafal's got to get a second one here tonight, right? He's around the ball all the time. He keeps making deflections, unable to get the pick, though.
That is a great ball hawking defender there. And that reception goes for a loss of 4, 4th and 9. I think that's going to force LSU to punt.
Yeah, it definitely will, and thanks to Jay Gates, the big fella up here, showing off the speed he has, even though he's got that massive frame. He's still got a lot of juice, and he's going to come up and make the tackle and force him to punt here, which is great because they kept him just outside of field goal range.
Punt is away, heading towards the end zone. Looking back, ball bounces about the 5. That one does bounce into the end zone, so Miami is going to get the ball at the 25.
And we got to see what we saw in the last drive. Obviously, this is not the same field position they had in the last drive, but we saw them come up with some great plays on the ground and in the air.
Odie tosses the ball over the middle. That one hit as the catch is being attempted, falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Yeah, never really got a good chance at that one. The coverage very good there. A lot of contact there when the ball got there.
Now with an empty backfield, Odie steps back, looks, has to get rid of it quickly, and able to break a tackle there as Reese picks up 9, going to bring up 3rd and 1.
Yeah, great pickup here on 2nd down, Kevin. They're going to set themselves up with a very manageable 3rd down. And let's see how aggressive they want to play this here.
Israel Jordan Ward on the tackle there. 3rd and 1, quick pass over the middle. That catch is made. Sailor Sage picks up 6 yards and a very important 1st down.
A lot of penetration on that play. Odie does a good job of getting rid of the football quickly and picking up the 1st down. There was a lot of pressure coming at him.
Hurricanes back to pass again. Ball tossed over the middle, and that is a catch. It's going to be 2nd and inches coming up.
Ren Chucky, the freshman, coming up with the catch there. First time we've said his name tonight. Wow, what a dangerous throw into very tight coverage, but he trusts his man, and it comes up with a big play.
Oh, he drops back, doesn't see anything, runs forward, picks up the 1st, and tries to push forward, picks up 10 on the run.
Nasty hit on the back end of that. You don't like seeing your quarterback take shots like that. Kobe Williams with a big hit, but they do pick up a key 1st down, keep the drive alive.
Now tight end in motion. Odie back in the shotgun, looking, throwing to his left, and making the catch there is Sage, picks up another 5 yards.
And they've been using Sailor Sage a decent amount tonight. Her 5th catch, 28 yards. They've been going down the field, but these little plays to pick up decent chunks of yardage, and she has been working.
Yeah, while these are working, time is going to become a factor here. That's another pass to the right side. Chucky picks up another 5 yards and a 1st down.
And that's a really good point there, Kevin. We're talking about 6:45 and counting down left in this football game. And Miami is trying to take those shots downfield tonight. They just have not been there for the Hurricanes.
LSU's defense playing a bit off, trying to prevent those big plays. And nothing open downfield. Odie gets taken down for a 7-yard loss.
Israel Jordan Ward, his 3rd sack of the night. He's having a big game tonight. 2nd team All-SEC, like I said earlier. He has been a menace all season long, and that'll be his 15th sack of the season.
He's had a great season this year as we near the end of the season here in the semifinals at the pit. Odie doesn't see anything downfield, starts running and slides. It's just short of the 1st down marker. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
Good pickup here, though. After the sack there, sets them back. You want to get a nice gain to set it up with 3rd manageable. and they do it again. And this will be a 3rd and 1 here with a good chance of converting.
Downside is clock keeps on ticking, now ticking under 6 minutes left here in the ball game. Miami down by 24. Ball is handed off and running for the first down marker and not making it. Brewer gets stopped, gains a couple of inches. It's going to be 4th and inches, and Miami definitely having to go for it.
Yeah, definitely 4 down territory, and let's see, this could be a big play for Miami.
Miami steps back, hands the ball off again, running to the left and not able to make it to the marker is Brewer, not able to stretch out. It's going to be turnover on downs, and LSU takes over at the 25-yard line.
Maverick LeBlanc came from the other side. He was playing linebacker on the other side, safety, on the other side of the field, and that linebacker slot runs all the way over to the opposite side of the field to make that tackle just short. What an unbelievable individual effort on that play.
LeBlanc is a name that we have not got to call too much tonight, but he made a big play when it mattered most and shut down that Hurricane drive.
Yeah, and then now we're going to see, obviously, going to the run here, trying to melt some time off of the clock. Chris Jones didn't get a lot on that one, but obviously something they want to stick to here late in this game.
Yep. Mose King back in the shotgun, tosses it to the right, and Nicholas Williams does get a shoulder push out of bounds. 5 minutes and counting, 3rd and 7 for the Tigers.
And for LSU, you'd love to pick this one up. You do not want to go 3 and out quick and get Miami the ball back.
Oh, and a nice play there, running through the line. Jay Gates gets his first sack, but it's going to set up the Tigers with 4th and 17.
He kind of squeezed between 2 offensive linemen there, completely unblocked. I know it's a screen, but you got to have one guy get their hands on Gates. Like, even in the screen, you got to at least push him off. He is too quick and too powerful to not block at all. And that's going to end their drive 3 and out quickly, and Miami's going to get the ball back.
Punt is away. Hurricanes bringing in about the 45-yard line, come across the 50. That's where they'll start. Xavier May not able to make a big return there. He's had a lot, and he keeps looking for that home run. He may get another chance or two before the night is done.
He was all ACC first team for returner. He's a guy that's capable of it.
Odie looking, doesn't see anything downfield, does escape out of the backfield, runs forward, picks up 8. 2nd and 2 coming up for the Hurricanes.
Yeah, great pickup here, but they got to get back on the ball fast. They're running out of time, and they got to get in the end zone. Down 24 points, you got to be able to score quick.
2 receivers either side. Odie stepping back, looking, screen pass, but there's 2 defenders in the way and more on the way. Brewer loses 2 on the play.
The screenplay doesn't work far more often than it does work, and this is going to be one of those moments. A fantastic coverage there, and they really just did a good job of diagnosing the play quickly and getting out there. And the swarm of tacklers, as you can see on the replay, how many white jerseys were in the area.
LSU's defense just has displayed great ball awareness tonight, always being in the right place at the right time as Odie drops back and dodges the first sack, airing it out deep down the left side into triple coverage. That one luckily falls incomplete.
Yeah, Swift is going to drop that one there, but a lot of guys in the area, like you were saying, they got to go for it here. 4th down, 0 for 2 so far on 4th down conversions.
4th and 5, don't have to grab everything, just looking for a first down. Ball is tossed, caught, but he's forced out of bounds before he can turn back upfield. Turnover on downs again, LSU takes over.
Oh, and he had it almost when he first caught it. He kind of had it, but that run backwards is what's going to kill him, and they're not going to pick up the first. Huge play there.
Now LSU definitely in kill clock mode as that one's going down. That's not quite kill clock mode. That was almost an interception.
Yeah, Tom Reese almost made them really regret going for the deep shot on 1st down with a big lead this late in the ball game.
And now LSU decides, no, we're just going to go back, run it on the ground with what's been working. Moses King running forward, picks up 4, going to be 3rd and 6.
King does a good job here of driving John Smith back, but the freshman not going to give up on the tackle. He'll end up pulling him down, and it'll be 3rd and 6.
King in the pistol, drops back, throws out the screen pass. Screen pass this time has some blockers downfield, and picking up a big chunk of yardage is Jones, picking up 22 before being forced out.
Yeah, great job here. The screen pass is going to work out to perfection. Nobody really over there for the defense. They kind of caught them, shifted to the left side, put that screen on the right side, and there was a lot of room to work with upfield.
And just a big play, grabbing a first down when the drive seemed like it might be faltering. Now ball sitting at the 35-yard line, heading in. Moses King in the shotgun, standing on the 40. Jones to his left. 3 receivers on that side as well. Handoff and tackled immediately after the handoff, losing 4. Gates with another good tackle for loss.
Yeah, Gates coming up to make another big play here as they're trying to get a quick stop with 2:18 and counting down left.
Clock ticking away, down to about 2 minutes. 3 receivers to the left side. Ball handed off and running forward there. Jones does pick up 1. 3rd and 2 as LSU bleeds this clock dry.
Yeah, and they're just trying to get as much time off the clock as they can. Miami does have all 3 timeouts left.
Now setting up in the shotgun, but allowing this clock to tick away. Miami holding on to their timeouts, maybe looking to have an opportunity on offense if they can put together some really quick plays. Ball's going to be snapped just under a minute and a half left to go. Handed off, and running in circles is Christopher Jones. Not quite sure what he was looking for. Maybe just trying to milk an extra second or 2 off the clock.
Oh, Kevin, that's a new play in the playbook. You cut upfield, cut left, cut backwards, cut back right, and didn't work out. It was a bold strategy there, but doesn't work out for him. They're going to end up punting.
Yeah, no, I've seen plays like that where when you're trying to bleed the clock like at the end of the half or something, the quarterback just runs backwards and takes a massive 40 yards, basically kneel down. I've not seen that from a running back before.
Yeah, I've never seen one quite in a circular pattern either. That was definitely unique.
Definitely some unique plays as LSU gets ready to punt this way. Going to have under 40 seconds left. LSU going to be taking on Alabama in the Pitt Championship. I thought that was going to be another punt that just died inside the 1 and have us end on a great special teams play. But looking ahead to next week, LSU versus Alabama, an all-SEC matchup.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting, too, because that was, if you remember, Kevin, that was a fantastic game that LSU won on, like, the final play of the game. So a rematch, a chance for Alabama to get some redemption against the Tigers. I think it's going to be a really exciting ball game, replaying probably one of the best games we saw all season long.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to that being a good one. And now we have the big play downfield. Justice Fury picks up 35 yards, and they're running down the field, doing a little bit of showcasing maybe for the recruits who are watching for next year.
Yeah, and you don't want to give up. You want to go out there and you want to fire. You want to battle. A nice pass here over the middle of the battle, and they'll pick up a first down. I imagine they'll run back out and get on the field quickly here again. You never want to give up. You always want to go out there and play for the win no matter what. Even in a late game situation, you know you're not going to get it. You're playing for pride here.
Absolutely. You see Miami drum back, play action pass, throwing to the left, and a big hit. Wojcik loses 1 on that play. And Miami takes their last time out. So we've got 5 seconds left. One last chance. Miami put something into the end zone. Going to give it a handoff. Breaking upfield, and they are not going to give the touchdown to Brewer. That is disappointing.
Yeah, just a yard short.
But that is going to bring us final. LSU with a big win, heading on to the Pitt Championship next week. Ryan, break down what we saw tonight.
Well, for Miami, you got to hold your heads high. You had a great season this year, and this team is going to be dangerous in the years to come. They're a fantastic team. For LSU on the other side, congratulations to them. They played lights out defensively. Their offense worked in patches here and there, but it was more than enough for them to get the victory, and they're going to move on and try to win a Pitt championship.
Yeah, and that's going to be your final score, 37 LSU, 13 for Miami. Thank you to tonight's game producer, Joe Gates, our executive producer, Mike Peters, and my broadcast partner, Ryan Moreland, for calling tonight's action with me. On behalf of everyone here I'm Kevin Hicks. You've been watching the CFSL on PX1 Sports on YouTube. Join us tomorrow on Twitch for the CSL Championship semifinals. Boise State versus Kentucky at 6, and Oklahoma State and Florida square off at 9. We'll see you then.